I'm a gym rat.
CrossFit or
You name it.
specifically? Okay.
If I'm not at Equinox, I'm at Crunch.
Where's the party there?
The party tonight, the after party tonight is
What is your room
there's
number?
a place called Umlauts that we're all going to.
Lots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of people will be there.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
up Sweet Alley, Park City.
I can't tell where it is.
Right.
The location. I just know that's the name of
Well,
the party.
lots, probably.
Yeah. They ask how many people are going to show up, and they just go, lots.
The password is Nikki Haley.
That's so good.
I'm sitting up here and I feel like I'm observing the whole scene. I'm just like,
What's the angle on the story of reality that you're telling?
Well, funny person in a serious situation is my favorite genre of thing to read and consume and make. And this is the story of an incredibly funny, witty person who was in a horrifically intense situation. And so, you know, all of these projects about her show a different star in the constellation of her life. And our movie sort of shows the coming of age story that came before that, the context that led to that, which involved her being really like a funny, irreverent, like quintessentially millennial person with lots of contradictions who loved, you know, guns and dogs and her family, but she was always kind of saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. So it's really taking that person and like tracking her life story up until she did this thing that everyone knows her for. And then the aftermath of that to a lesser degree. But it's a coming of age dramedy about her family and her love life and all the other things that make her who she is.
I'm curious if any of you guys have overlapping interests or quirks with any of realities.
I'm a gym rat.
CrossFit or
You name it.
specifically?
If I'm not at Equinox, I'm at Crunch.
What about New York Sports Club? Or that's no.
Those were the comparisons that I could talk about. It's a hard question.
Like reality's a comedy nerd, you know?
Yeah.
So in a way, like her references, like culturally, are like really have a lot of overlap with things that she thinks are funny are usually things that, you know, the shows she watches or the shows we all watch. And she's kind of like more plugged into the culture that you wouldn't necessarily like associate her with, given how like intensely like political and she is, you know?
Yeah. She's also kind of British in her sense of humor. She's like very, very sarcastic. So yeah, I definitely share that with reality.
Do you guys have any interests or things like that we might be surprised to learn about you that people might not know?
Brittany is a scientist and a chemist, and I took a physics class at UCLA recently. So we're kind of nerds.
How'd you do?
I got an A, obviously got an A. I was a nerd in school.
Okay.
I was pretty good in school. I wasn't going to be a scientist. Maybe in another version of my life. But I think just that. I like science. I heard she has a great podcast, and I listened to it every day, and I learned a lot. So I nerded out a little bit.
Zach, if you were to bring reality onto Between Two Ferns, what would you want to ask?
Why are you here? I wouldn't want to do that to her.
That's
So sweet.
No, I wouldn't want to put her in that situation. She's very funny though. I mean, I got to meet her yesterday. You can tell that she has a very sharp wit. She would be a good guest on that. But yeah, I don't want to be mean to her.
I hear that. Only like Barack Obama, he can.
Well, he's powerful. It's okay to be mean to the powerful.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
We'll get her a pardon and then she can.
Oh yeah. Yes.
knocked
Yes.
out.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah. There's a couple other things like on the to-do list.
Yeah, totally. We'll check those off first.
Yeah, Between Two Ferns. Where are you hoping that your journey in 2024 takes you?
I guess learn a Philly accent. I have a TV show and I
true.
got to learn Philly accents. That's my goal right now.
Are you watching anyone for inspiration?
I'm watching Mayor of Easttown.
It's good. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know if you have any other suggestions.
Well, you know what you should do? You should Google Philly cheesesteak local commercials because they used to have them in Philadelphia, and you will hear the most authentic. If you just look up local Philadelphia
Okay.
commercials, that's where you'll hear it.
That's good.
Okay, if you need me after this, that's what I'll be doing.
Acting class.
Yeah, that's actually so fun.
And then,
I teach an acting class at the Learning Annex, if anyone's interested.
what is a classic movie that you have pretended to have seen? I can promise you, if anyone here answers, I will not make you watch that movie with me.
Okay,
So
great.
this is
Titanic.
safe space.
Never seen it.
That's an
And now you guys are gonna be like, let's come to my house. We're gonna watch. Right? That's what happens next.
Whoa.
That's kind of crazy.
Never seen it.
Is there a specific
And now I
reason?
know all the references.
I've never seen Star Wars. Wow, the silence?
No. No one's upset about that the way they were.
Everyone's like, yeah.
Any of the Star Warses? Oh,
No, none.
None of them.
Apart from the clip that we played in campus.
Right. Yes, that's true.
Other than that,
You played a person who was bored by a movie that you've actually never seen.
Zach, anything?
He's seen it all.
You've seen
He's
everything.
an acting teacher.
I've never seen Animal House. I mean, yeah, I think you're supposed to see that movie if you're a comedian,
As a
but I've
comedian,
never seen it.
As a comedian, right?
Or the Hangover movies.
You didn't watch
What are
it?
those?
They're really funny. I love those
I'll be
movies.
the judge of that.